Shop Smart 57 here. Today we're going to go over how to load the 57 in kind of a summary way. I'll show you how I do it. This is my setup. Got a RCBS press, RCBS station in general, Black & Decker workmate. I can actually take this and load it on here, make it more transportable. The drill, you'll see in a moment or so what that's all about. Well, let's get started. First step. Okay, first thing we need to do is clean our brass. Now we can't do it the same way that other loaders do. The reason why is because of the coating that's on the 57 brass. If it's not there, basically renders the cartridge as useless. You'll get failures to feed, failures to extract, all kinds of problems. So we need a different way than dry tumbling. We do a wet tumble. First way to do it, and a lot of other rollers that do it, is water and 10% simple green. Cheap way to do it is to just get like a jar like this. Just this is plastic so it won't break. Fill it and start shaking, and before you know it, you'll be very tired over and over. Well, 15 minutes of doing that over and over didn't cut it for me. It worked, but then I found a better way, thanks to ar15.com, and that is the Harbor Freight rock tumbler. Very ingenious design of how people decided to get this going on the cheap, and I like cheap. 50 bucks, maybe a 25%, 20% off coupon, you got yourself a wet media tumbler. And if you do like 223 or any other brass, you can get stainless steel pins that will clean out everything instead of doing it this way. Again, with these, it'll be 10% simple green with water. Let's go show you that. Okay, we got our tumblers with dirty brass. Gotta fill her up just about over the brass, the way it's covered. And I've found that if you do 200 per, I don't know what to call them, just tumbler bins, I guess. They would be good. And you use your simple green. I don't really measure, and probably should, but an eyeball. I mean, doing a different step here, but it's the same premise. And put your lid on. Our lid, screw her down. Now, one disadvantage I did find about this is that it's possible for these little tubs to leak. That can probably be rectified with some duct tape, or what I do is I just put towels under the tumbler . Well, there we go. We got our two tumblers, and simple as putting them on there. Turn her on. See you in 15 minutes. Okay, we've gotten done tumbling our brass. So, just need to extract it and clean it off. We'll need a sink. Screwdriver helps also taking stuff off. Just pry it. There you go. You also want an extra towel to put your brass in, kind of wipe it off, dry it off. We'll get to that in step in a moment. While you're at it, just cleaning it off your there. Depending on your sink, dump it right in there and just start rinsing. But depending on how much simple green you used, will determine how long you clean it off. I'm not going to show you everything on this. I'll show you the next drying step here in a moment. See you in a few. Okay, drying. Well, you always set them all out to dry. It takes about 24 hours, maybe 48. If you put a fan on them, it helps speed up the drying process. I'm using a dehydrator. This one from Harbor Freight. And I find that the brass tends to fall through some of these cracks, and I have to put it back on through and through. But all 400 or so brass cases are in here and drying. Take about an hour to two. Just an hour and a half seems to be good enough, and they're ready to go to the next step from that point on. Some more people have used older dehydrators with circulating fans, and those probably dry out a little bit quicker. But this one, it works for me. Because if you have patience, which you're going to need for this cartridge, you'll be good.